Continuing down the rabbit hole of what does the internet say a Kansas City strip steak is. For argument's sake, I'm going to say it's a bone-in New York. That's what we're going with. So, a Kansas City strip steak is a bone-in New York steak. This is a bone-in New York primal. This is what you would cut Kansas City strip steaks from. I did run across one article that was going into the length of the bone on a Kansas City strip, saying sometimes you'll see a steak with 2 large sections of bones. Other times you'll just have a little tiny section of bone on that steak. It's both right and wrong. When you look at this primal, you can see that you have bone on this side here and on this side as well. This section of the primal, it's got pretty good coverage by the bone. So I'm not really worried when I'm cutting steaks that I might miss some of the bone. I'm pretty confident everything's gonna have a section of bone on it. When you look at this side, here are your bones right here. And so you do have sections in between where there is no bone. If I was taking this primal and I was cutting Kansas City strips and it just so happened that I made a cut that missed both of these bones, I wouldn't call it a Kansas City strip. You can, but in my opinion, if you miss these bones, just remove this section of bone and call it a boneless New York. It's a better end cut for the customer. Because again, if the assumption is a Kansas City strip is a New York with a bone in it, and I get a steak that only has a little section of bone on it, I'm gonna be disappointed.